Hello and welcome to today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. I am Nkem Okwogu. The continued support of state government is critical to the smooth operation of the NYSC scheme. While the federal government shoulders a greater part of the responsibility of running the scheme, the enabling act saddled states and local governments with the complementary responsibilities. This includes the provision of facilities and other forms of interventions that are essential to the welfare of core members and the general success of the scheme. Don't miss today's episode. We will be right back. On the news today, the Director General of the National Youth Service Corps joined other eminent Nigerians to pay tribute to late Precious Ayola Owolabi for his diligence and patriotic zeal during his service year. Ex-Corps member Ayola was killed in July 2019 while on official assignment during the protest by members of the Islamic movement of Nigeria. Speaking during the 22nd posthumous birthday and launching of a book titled 3 Minutes to Midnight and Other Plays in Memories of Late Ayola, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim described him as a patriotic youth whose passion for hard work and commendable interpersonal relations marked him out as a core member that truly believed in the essence of service. In a bid to stepping up preventive measures to ensure that all core members and camp officials are safe against the dreaded COVID-19 during the NYSC orientation course exercise, Corps engineers have fabricated and presented to the state coordinator a sample collection booth. Presenting the item to the state coordinator at the secretariat, the leader of the group, Corps member Emmanuel Dennis Odo, said that the challenge was thrown to them by the state coordinator and they braced up to it. The state coordinator, Mrs. Bamai Mercy, appreciated the Corps members for a work well done, and the booth has been mounted at the NYSC Ebonyi Orientation Camp, Afikpo. Welcome back. On today's episode, we highlight the activities of the Delta State government in supporting the scheme in achieving its objective and enhancing the smooth operation of the scheme's activities in the state. Let's take a look.
Members have been very active and all over the place, especially in terms of their activities in community development services. They've been involved in planting trees, involved in doing extramural lessons for students. There's a particular project that is being carried out at Idumujino, is a community very close to the NYSC orientation camp. The core members, with the help of the community, were able to establish an ICT center where they train members of the community. And also, the community in return built a copper slot for them.
You look at our secondary school, we have only one secondary school, and we all know that there's a dearth of teachers. And we fall back very much on the NYSC to help us, particularly in the areas of sciences where we lack teachers. And they've been up and doing. If not for the copper, it came to a point about 2 years ago, we couldn't have people sitting for the exam because there were no teachers. But I had to get into an agreement with the coppers to agree to help us out, and they have not failed us. The Infotech Center and the Coppers Lodge, it is the coppers that run the Infotech Center. I give it to them that without them, we wouldn't be able to run that.
Here we are in Idumujuno community of Anocha North Local Government, Delta State, where we are being posted for our National Youth Service Corps. And so far in this community, we've been having a great time because the people here in this community are very nice people, very hospitable and accommodating. They have been showing us utmost love with us being core members here in the society. And also, we've in return been teaching their students well in schools, as well as the Computer Training Institute right here, where we impact digital knowledge into them. Because as we know in the world of today, all students need to have a great knowledge of IT right from when they are being young. So I'll take you guys to the Computer Training Institute, where the community has provided us with facilities in order to be able to impart this knowledge into the students. So as we can see, they provided us with 5 laptops to facilitate the training, and we have chairs and tables that were provided by the community, and that has been awesome. So they've made everything we do here very easy for us and without stress. We want to thank the community because there were times where we had shortage of basic needs and amenities, and then they found ways to provide it to us. And then also, they've also given their people adequate orientation so that whenever we are, especially in the marketplace and everywhere they find us, they always accord us respect we deserve. So we want to say a big thank you to the people of Idumujuno community of Anocha local government area. And then we want to thank the whole of NYSC for providing us this scheme and this avenue to be able to serve the people adequately. Nigeria serves, Nigeria we serve.
When the lockdown came, so we had to shut down. And shortly after then, the Director General, in his nature, to be blessing to people, he encouraged all state coordinators to ensure that we support the states in the fight against COVID-19 pandemic. He also encouraged states secretariat to produce palliatives to support the state governments, and we did in Delta State. Core members that are well trained in skill acquisition, that's SAED, they came out en masse. We lodged at the camp, at the orientation camp at that period, and they were able to produce face masks, and then we did hand sanitizer for the state government. And not only the state government, we were able to donate to the local government council, Anocha or the chairman. That's the base of the NYSC orientation camp. And aside from that, we donated to the OB of Iseluku. We donated also to OB of Idumujeno. We donated hand sanitizers and face masks to the OB. And the core members went all out in the markets, in Iseluku market, to give sanitizers and face masks to the marketers and educate them on the pandemic and how they can avoid not contacting it. So they really participated. The skill acquisition and entrepreneurship development program in Delta State is working very well. The core members are very committed, and they have the zeal to go into learning the skill. Most of them, by the time they come to camp, they don't really know much about the skills. Some of them just have to go to school, come back. So by the time they get to school, especially during the time of sensitization, you will see their morale will be boosted. They'll be happy that, wow, they could learn something outside, their normal school activities. So their participation is always really very high. Delta State is one of the best states. They are really doing their best to ensure that they appreciate NYSC, and they are giving in as much as possible to support the scheme.
In terms of support, yes, we give them as much support as we can possibly do, because this is our state. The young graduates come here, and that's the least we can do. We support, particularly in the area of infrastructural development of the permanent NYSC camp in Iseluku. We've carried out a lot of projects there, and I know that now they're going to inherit a recently refurbished hostel block, which we did that very recently, and because there was a directive from Abuja that when the COVID-19 pandemic came about, and looking at how you can prepare for it. NYSC camps should be utilized or made available in the event that you have an exponential growth in terms of the numbers. And so we took a part of it. They did cordoned it off, renovated it, and so on. But fortunately, I mean, our numbers didn't spiral out of control, and so we really didn't, utilize it for that long. Which is renovated and it's going to go back to them. Before then, we had also built a hostel block. So there are a lot of things that we do, and like I said, that's the least we can do.
The core members that are coming to Delta State government employ almost 85% of them, more than 85% if I may say, because they make sure that they use them more in the school. Like 85% of the core members we post to this are sent to schools, and they are doing very well. The
leadership of Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa is a copper-friendly governor. Is a governor who served very well. So his experience too also gives him that drive to ensure that the NYSC program in Delta State do not suffer or lack any form of support that will help it survive.
I came here as a core member for NYSC Batch B 2018. This is the Ministry of Youth Development. So I served under the commissioner when he was still the senior special assistant to the governor. And when he came here as a commissioner, I came here with him.
The Ministry of Youth Development is the parent ministry for the NYSC. So I also believe that it must reflect in all ramifications. If the Ministry of Youth Development in Delta State do not give corpers adequate space and opportunity to express themselves, I don't think you can encourage other ministries to do so.
If you get to our orientation camp, it's almost like mini London, because a lot of new projects has been executed on the camp. Talking about the state government was able to build a 4-twin bungalow, like about 4 flats for staff recently, aside from the one they built before. And then they changed the core members' toilet, built modern toilets for them. Not only this, they just recently, when the Director General was there for the pre-mobilization workshop in February, he commissioned the project of 700 capacity hostel that the state government just built. And by the grace of God, they've approved to build another 700 capacity for us. It's already in the pipeline. Presently, the state government has started constructing an ultra-modern multi-purpose hall for the camp. So you can see that the state government, they've been doing very wonderfully well. They are in fact like parents to these core members, and in the moment there's any need from the state from the secretariat in respect of the core members, they are really up and doing and ready to, come to the aid of the scheme.
The least we can do is to give them the support that is needed. We will continue to do it because we believe in the program. A lot of us pass through the program. A lot of our children are also going to pass through the program. So the least we can do as a government is to continue to support a program that we think is a good one.
We have a core member who is presently serving in Aniocha North local government. He has trained under cosmetology because he was one of the people that produced the hand sanitizer. He equally worked with the tailors when they were producing face masks. And presently, he has a very large farm at the orientation camp. He's doing very well during this lockdown. Rather for him to travel home, he settled back in his host community, and he goes to camp to clear the land, and he has a very big farmland now.
My name is Chikwendo Chibueze Joseph, a serving core member here in Delta State. I'm from Imo State. I schooled in Lagos, both from my primary to tertiary. I studied environmental health, science and technology. I am here in Delta State for my NYSC service, and I actually enrolled in skill acquisition and entrepreneurship training, SAED, where I learned agro-align. In agro-align, we have different branches where we learn animal rearing, crop production. And I picked interest in establishing a farm where I have a variety of mixed crop. And I would like to take you to my farm where we can actually view some of my practical experience in crop production. Please. Actually, in this farm, what I have here is mixed crops. My maize actually, you can see, is vacant. I just sold of recent with buyers coming to buy from me. I have my tomato, I have my pumpkin leaf, I have my okra. And I also established a snaring farm where in my lodge where I stay. So in view of all this, I want to really establish more, even after my service, if I can have a little grant to add to what I have so that I can make it in a big way to sustain and earn living from it. Being a farmer that I've not been, but I've started being now, I enjoyed it because I have the energy to farm, so it's really fun. My sincere gratitude goes to the DG in person of Brigadier General Shoaib Ibrahim, and also my state coordinator in person of Mrs. Olutayo Samuel, and the entire SAED officials for giving me this avenue and the opportunity to have learn and also put forth the action in practice.
It is very important that the core members, those on ground presently and incoming ones, take the issue of SAED very seriously, because our Director General presently, Brigadier General Shoaib Ibrahim, is really very passionate about core members becoming boss of themselves. He wants, if he have his way, he wants all of them to be entrepreneurs, whereby you don't depend on money or salary you earn. He wants them to be the boss of their own, so that they'll be able to impact more on the society, and they won't finish their service and be going around searching for jobs that are not there. By ensuring they put themselves into skill acquisition, they will be able, to learn a skill that will put food on their table, and also be able to make them have some comfort of life. And not only this, the Director General ensured that he has contacted a lot of organizations that are ready to help core members to kickstart their businesses. Talking about bank of industry, talking about central bank, there are lots of provisions on ground for those of them who take the training of SAED seriously, so that they can, even before the end of service, they can start their own business.
What is striking is the commitment by the community to ensure that core members live in dignity and security within their domain. Moving on, core members never stop. They continue to raise the bar so high. And guess what? The NYSC scheme never stops either in its continued support in the growth and development of core members in the country. Stay with us as we showcase the laudable contributions of core members in Oshimili South Local Government Area of Delta State. Come with us.
Hello everybody, my name is Oladiti Yanu. I'm from Oyo State. I studied electrical engineering from the great Yaba College of Technology, and I'm a serving core member here in Delta State. I welcome each and every one of you to Oshimili South Local Government of Delta State, which is like the metropolitan center in Delta State. Here today, I'll be taking you through some of the things that core members are actively doing in the state, which ranges from things done by CDS. For me, I'm in the band CDS and I'm a trumpeter, and on several occasions we've gone out in under the auspice of NYSC to play for the governor, to play at the opening of different centers in the state, including our camp center. Also, we've played with the 63 Brigade headquarters at Anwine Road here in Asaba. Also, there are so many other things that is being done in Asaba, Delta State by core members. To show you a few, I'd like you to join me as we go through some of the things that is being done here in Oshimili South Local Government. First, here is the building. This is the office area of NYSC Oshimili South, and this building was painted both within and outside by the NEMA CDS while they were passing out and during their days in NYSC. And this building is what has been serving us. The zonal inspector's office is here, the LGI's office is here, and also an office for the other staffs is also here. And this is where we operate from in Oshimili South local government. Also during clearance, this is where corps members come to have their thumb printing and capturing during documentation and all. And you may be wondering, what is this awesome structure that is here? This is a toilet facility for corps members in Oshimili South. This facility was donated to us by the Rotary Club, which of course, corps members were the ones that facilitated this project being done here. Then they decided to go out there and get a wonderful set of people that will build this place for us. So today, Oshimili South local government can proudly say corps members has facilitated the construction of a toilet facility. And also, there's a borehole attached to it, which helps for easy use and to keep the place clean. All thanks to the Rotary Club of Asaba for this wonderful project. And also, we must say, it is all working. Here we have it. Water is running for the use of corps members.
This project, as the name implies here, water sanitation and hygiene project, was conceived when a corps member named Dr. Rubika fellowship with us in our club. And they actually, I guess they were Rotaractors in schools, their various institutions. So they came and they sat with us in the meeting and they pleaded for support, that they needed a place where they can go ease themselves while anytime they are in their Oshimili South local government. And they actually needed donations. So when we now came over here, we saw what was on ground, a dilapidated place like a hut. So we spoke with the ZI and the other local government person around. So we now told them we can do something better. It's not just donating towards it. So that was how we came up with this project.
With the provision of this, it has saved a lot. Not only corps members, but people coming to visit, and people walking around here. So it has gone a long way to help us here.
This is Oshimili South local government, and you've heard from we corps members here in Oshimili South. To just mention one more, we have over 10 dozens of chairs donated by several CDS for the use of corps members here in Oshimili South local government. I must say, Delta State, Asaba, Oshimili South has been a wonderful place to serve as a corps member. And if I have the privilege to do this again, I wouldn't mind if I'm sent here once again to serve in Delta State, Oshimili South. Thank you so much, viewers, for joining us today. We are glad that you can see some of the wonderful things happening here in Delta State. I remain myself, Oladiti Yanu, a serving corps member here in Delta State. Thank you so much.
Charity, they say, begins at home. These corps members ensure that their zonal secretariat, which is their primary place of call, is functional and habitable for operations. I hope you feel motivated to make a difference by watching the activities of corps members today, and more importantly, encouraged to support the interventions of corps members in your community. They need your support. Continue to support them as they continue to serve humanity. Thank you for investing your time with us on today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. Please write to us on the online handles displayed right now on your screens, and I promise you we will write back. Remember, the safety of corps members in our communities is the responsibility of you and I. Until I see you next time, I am Nkem Okwago. Stay safe.
Section 6 of the National Youth Service Corps Act places in every state government the responsibility to arrange and provide accommodation, boarding, transportation, and to provide other facilities which are essential for the welfare of members of the Service Corps and the success of the scheme in the states, and also to arrange the provision of facilities for orientation courses and winding up exercises. While Section 7, subsection 4 states that every state government shall be required to provide such other facilities and contribute to the implementation and achievement of the programs and projects of the Service Corps in the states, including, but not limited to, land for agriculture, orientation camps, and transportation facilities. The Director General and the management of the National Youth Service Corps appreciates the efforts of all the state governments who have provided adequate facilities for corps members serving in their states, and use this medium to encourage and appeal to other state governments to provide adequate facilities for corps members serving in their states in order to guarantee a smooth and successful service year. Thank you.